Hey, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to Living in Truth. Today, we're going to talk about courage. What does it take to have courage? What even is courage? And maybe if you can make it through this next little clip, you already have some. So, courage is, by definition, being able to do something that frightens you, overcoming that and doing it. That's courage. So some of us, maybe we've been courageous at times in our life. There is a guy in the Bible named Joshua. He followed up Moses as the leader of all of God's people. And so for him, God came to him in the book of Joshua. And in chapter 1, God is addressing him and he's talking to him. Let's go to our handy dandy Bible app real quick and jump into that. It says Joshua chapter 1, verse 3, every place that the sole of your foot will tread upon, I have given to you, just as I promised to Moses. From the wilderness and this Lebanon, as far as the great river, the river Euphrates, all of the land of the Hittites to the great sea towards the going down of the sun shall be your territory. No man shall be able to stand before you all the days of your life. Just as I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will not leave you or forsake you. Be strong and courageous, for you shall cause this people to inherit the land that I swore to their fathers to give them. Only be strong and very courageous, being careful to do according to the law that Moses, my servant, commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right hand or to the left, that you may have good success wherever you go. The book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Wherever you go, God is with you. And anytime there's something in the Bible, it's important. And when it comes up more than one time, it's really important. So if it's coming up twice right here, I mean, just bang, 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 right? Like just right after another, be strong and courageous, be strong and very courageous. Then one more time, be strong and courageous. That is critical for us to understand. But there's something that I want to get into with courage that I just want. Sometimes we don't feel like we have any courage. We just feel like we're afraid. We feel like we're overwhelmed, or there's something that we're not capable of, we can't do. And that's just not the case. Being frightened is okay, because you can't be courageous without the frightened part. See, I think sometimes we think we're not courageous because we get a little scared, or we're a little hesitant or reluctant to do something. That's why in the last video we talked about just do it. This is kind of follow up on that, where it's okay if you're a little bit scared. Just do it.
Just do it.
Be courageous. Overcome that fear. You can do it.
Yes, you can.
And it's okay. Don't let somebody lie to you and tell you that just because you're a little bit afraid means you're not courageous. No, overcoming that. It's like I've said a million times before, failing does not make you a failure. Quitting does. Failing and getting back up and going again, you haven't quit. It's not over yet. But if you quit after you fail, then yeah, you're a failure. In this case, courage is something that you can take up, because even if you're a little afraid, it's okay to have that feeling. Just don't be captive to it. Don't be held in place or held back by it. Get out and do something anyway. I wrote a poem kind of thing a long time ago when I was going through a really difficult part of my life. And I'm going to read it to you because I kind of feel like it falls in line here. So I'm going to read this to you. It says, I called this Seasons Change. It's a curious thing to fully rely on someone or something, to finally get to a point where you fought options for so long to understand that in order to become what you're designed for, you have to ultimately let the things you've worked for or invested in take their appropriate place in the trophy case of your soul. It's not easy. In fact, it sucks to abandon the familiar, the safe, and the known for the new, the untested, and the promise. To be vulnerable, to allow your heart to lead, knowing at any moment it could smash into a million little pieces. But then there's that little tug inside of you. You know, the one that echoes inside. The one that can't be heard but only felt. The vibrations that bring a strange calm. Seasons don't change in an instant. There's an overlap. There's that 90-degree day in October or the 20-degree day in April. The final grasps for that season to hold on that make us pause. They cause us to ponder if we're truly ready for the next. Of course, there are going to be days where we fall back, days where we pine for the good times of the prior season. That season served a purpose to help shape us and prepare us for what's coming. It's the trusting part, the being vulnerable part that I don't like. It's putting yourself out there and saying, okay, here I am. Like that breath before the parachute opens. You pull and trust and hope to float to the ground safely. We say we trust God. We always ask Him to help us. We trust He knows what's best for us. Then He reveals something we weren't anticipating. I think it's these times that beg the difficult question. Do we really trust Him? We will never be fully ready for what He asks us to do next. If we could be ready on our own, it would eliminate our need of Him. The task would be inconsequential to our development. He designed us to grow, and His plan for us is greater than that of our own. God is calling you to be courageous. He's calling you into something that you don't quite feel ready for because He knows that if you're right there in step with Him and you're right in there knowing that your relationship with Him is leading you the direction He is taking you, that you might not be capable of it in and of yourself. But with God on your side, you can do anything. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I just wanted to encourage you guys today. Be courageous. You can do it. Get past the fear, fight through it. You have God on your side. And if you don't, all you've got to do is come to Him and accept Him and prepare your heart and say, God, I need you. I want you on my side. And He will be there for you. He never misses. He never fails. And He loves you very, very much. So do I. I hope this has helped you. Please, if you haven't yet, give a little comment on the video. What was your favorite part? And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Ring the bell, get the notifications so you don't miss out on what we're doing here, because we're just going to keep bringing you the good news of God's word and the love of Jesus the best way that we know how. We love you very, very much. Until next time, see you. Also wanted to give you guys a quick update. I know some of you have heard from me, some of you haven't. So I have a friend, her name is Lisi, and she was in a coma. It was not looking good, but she is now upright because of the prayers and the miracle of God doing work in her life. And she is up. She's not talking yet, but we believe that she will be. So I'm asking you guys to pray for Lisi. She is awake now. That was our first prayer. Now we need her to be able to communicate. So she's working on that now with the doctors and nurses, and we're encouraged. Family is encouraged. So the prayers of the Lit family will help her get there. Also, got a special thing coming for you next week, and I don't want you to miss out. It's going to be something definitely different than what we've done, but there's a story of a friend of mine that you need to hear and you need to be encouraged by. His name is Zach. I'm going to talk with him this week, and we're going to get something ready for you guys that'll be kind of like a mind-blowing kind of thing. So I want you to be here. I don't want you to miss out. I just had to let you know. Thanks. See you soon.